Hello, hello. How is everyone tonight? Today, whenever the hell you're watching us, if you're on YouTube. Tonight we are going to be doing like some Italian-inspired stuffed peppers. I've got some like Italian sausage over here. I've got some brown rice that's already been going because it takes forever and a fucking day to cook. Got some milk and water ready to go for my polenta. I've got some onions and garlic in this pan, which a little bit of oil. I'm gonna go ahead and start that cooking. We're also gonna do some pierogies, but those are in the freezer because I'm not fucking making pierogies. Pierogies, they're not hard to make. If you want to make your own, it's really easy. Watch my ravioli video and then watch the video where I made mashed potatoes, one of those. You make the ravioli, but instead of the filling, you use mashed potatoes. Pierogies. Yeah, boil them until they start to bob in salted water and you're good. That's literally all it is. It's really simple. But actually quite tasty. So, got a couple boxes in the freezer. But yeah, that started. I'm going to use some of my compound butter in the polenta with some Parmesan, which I think will be really nice. So, it is that quick shit polenta. So, we'll see how long it actually takes. Might just be sitting here for a minute. But let's go ahead and that in there. I have figured out the list of what's going to be dinner for the rest of the week up until Sunday. What was it, babe? Gnocchi. We're doing gnocchi one night, French onion soup one night, chicken Alfredo one night, fucking something else. I don't remember what the last thing was. So. Oh, tostadas. The tostadas. Some of Joshua's friends last night were talking about chilaquiles, and I was like, okay, now I want tostadas. We're going to cook this all together until this is all done. Delicious, yummy, wonderfulness. Then I'm going to add diced tomatoes with the juice and the rest of the tomato paste. Believe it or not. Just add some salt. Pepper to this. So. I've got my bell peppers over here already sliced in half and in a tray. I cored and seeded them just to make it a little bit easier. Again, trying that thing where I do all that prep work and shit beforehand. So when y'all do have questions and stuff, I can answer them and like, pay attention. So, hi Amy, thanks. My onions are trying to escape. That's not kosher. Do not agree to this. So. I added a little bit of oil to the pan because I know this sausage isn't really an oily sausage, and I need the fat to help cook the onions. Did not add much, just a skosh. Be a little more gentle with this shit. These onions just keep jumping the fuck out. There. Pour my polenta in. Just cook it as per package instructions. Usually it's like a cup of cornmeal to 4 or 5 cups of water. I'm using water and milk, like a half and half mix. Like I want it somewhat thick. Like I don't want it super creamy, I want it kind of thick. This is more than likely not the best pan for this. Turn this heat down. This is a really fast, like 3-minute polenta. So I probably should have started it around the time I was doing the, what is it? The pierogies. But yeah, it's just essentially cornmeal. Like you can buy just like cheap ass cornmeal and cook it just like this. It does the exact same thing. This burner's too damn hot. It's trying to pop everywhere. So take it off the heat for a second. It's still got plenty of residual ass heat in there. It's still going to keep cooking. But I don't want it to pop everywhere and get in my fucking face, on my skin, on my stove. None of that shit. So. If you notice, see how thick that got? Yeah. This is about the consistency I want. It's going to thicken up a little bit more, of course. But that's fine. Just put that in the back for now. Kill that burner. I've got 3 bell peppers over here because I can only fucking cook for a football team. But I have been told that these actually freeze really well. So I'm definitely going to freeze the whatever we don't eat. Probably only going to eat 2 each. But I'll freeze the other 2. Again, if you don't want to do meat, you can always do like just toss veggies in this shit. Tofu, seitan, anything like that, whatever you want to use. I have brown rice going back here. I wanted to use quinoa, but I don't fucking have any. So I decided to use brown rice. I did start it at about 40 minutes ago because brown rice takes forever and a motherfucking day to cook. Cooking the exact same way you do white rice, just make sure it's the absolute first damn thing you do. So, that's getting on the stove. Off the stove. Oop. I'm just cooking. I want to get as much of the water out of the onions as I possibly can so I can start to get a little bit of crispiness on the sausage itself. Then in turn I can get a little bit of color on the onions. So just see the steam just steady rising. Yeah. The polenta is essentially, yeah, almost thick enough at this point. So you'll see to like almost hold the whisk kind of thing. That's how thick the polenta got. So that's what I want. Yeah. Put some butter and some parm in that. Well, some of my basil compound butter is going to go in that. That we made in an earlier video. Yeah, the onions are getting a nice little color on them now. Go ahead. The big chunks of them diced tomatoes in there. Get some tomato paste. this nice, thick, rich sauce. Which then, of course, we're just going to cut with fucking cheese. Because I'm going to put some Parmesan in here too, just to make it a little bit thicker. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Get all the good flavors running through there. You can mix in any kind of herbs you want into this. Let's see. I think I'm going to use a little bit of marjoram. You can use pretty much anything you want. I think marjoram's going to go well with this. So, but I basically just made a really, really thick, like super duper chunky tomato sauce. Yes. Oh, we open this yet? Basil, oregano, any of that works. I'm going to use some marjoram. It's like a little bit, it's like to me it's a cross between like basil and oregano. It's like the best of both worlds. Like almost like a little bit of an anisey taste to it, which really works when you have the sausage. Keep stirring that. Don't want a whole lot. Get that in there. I really should have turned my fucking oven on by now. 375. Okay, heat is down on that a bit because I want to get some, what's it called? Let the simmer, let the flavors get to know each other. I'm going to add a little more salt because I feel like it's going to need it. Sweating so bad, I have no idea why. Okay, I'm not gonna bother unwrapping this. I'm just gonna slice that shit off. Okay, drop that block of basil butter in the polenta, push it in. Do a little bit of surgery because I love this fucking whisk, but the damn thing keeps trying to pop out. There we go. Actually, just put the basil butter in, scoop the polenta over it. Yeah, let it sit. It'll melt it completely. And I want a little bit of heat in this too. Where are my crushed red pepper? That's not been filled. Here we go. Let me fill my little thing over here. Ask it. Let that simmer and do its thing. About 5-10 minutes. What am I doing? That, and I need a pot holder. I usually have one on the counter. I don't know where it went. So, no. Just want to check the rice back here. Again, this started about 42 minutes ago. So. Okay, that works. That's good. Turn that one off. Mix this all together. You sit there. I have way more filling. I should have bought like 9 fucking bell peppers, but here we are. I like this shit. I like this shit for lunch in a few days. I like brown rice. A, it's a lot better for you. Hasn't been like processed as much. It's got that nice little nutty flavor. And I really enjoy that. I think I picked that because I thought it would go really well with this. Quinoa has more of a nuttier flavor, but I don't fucking have any. And I went to grocery shopping today and didn't actually get any quinoa. So, yeah. Good times, good times. Alright. I'm trying to think, do I want to actually add any cheese to this? Let me taste this. Hey, Tara. I was going to need some pepper, but... Okay. I like that. Really easy, really simple. Not mad at that at all. So, One thing I will say about this dish is it does take some time. Like this, again, started at 6:30 to be done around 8, just before 8, kind of thing. So, yeah, I've got way too much fucking filling here. Shouldn't really use half that sausage, but here we are. Shit's happened. Moving on. We've committed. So, do I want to add any Parmesan? No, I'll save it for the polenta. That's fine. Okay. Now, get your peppers. Get your spoons. Load in a little bit at a time and really like shove that shit in there. Like fill those nooks and crannies. Shit likes to hide. Fuck that. Then, see, it's trying to not fill that little thing. Pile it up on top, like that. Set it in there. Grab your next one. I tried to cut these as even as possible, but these aren't those Food Network bell peppers. These are the ones I got at the store. Not one of them is the same damn shape, and I actually felt bad about it because I had to like poke through the damn bin. So, and I had to actually like touch things, and I feel bad about it in the current, you know, current shape of things. Shape of water. Oh, fuck me, a fish. No, I never saw that movie. I don't know what the hell happened. I heard she fucked the fish. I've seen like pictures and stuff from the movie that makes me think she fucked the fish. So, comment below and tell me if she fucked that fish. Why are you on? Turn on. Yeah, I am 70% sure she fucked that fish. All the memes and shit I've seen especially tell me that. This is going to be pretty wet, and that's fine, because a lot of it's going to bake out. You're going to lose some of the liquid once it gets in the oven, and that's cool. So it's just going to soften up the peppers some too. You can cut the top off and do it, but then it's actually kind of hard to eat unless you want to eat it like an apple. Because I made stuffed peppers before recently, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I can't eat this. Like, I put it in front of Joshua, and he's like, how the fuck am I supposed to eat this? And I'm like, with your mouth? But, yeah. So, then, a couple weeks ago, I saw somebody cut them in half online, and I'm like, well, fuck me sideways. Why the fuck didn't I think of that? So, yeah. Because honestly, most of my time is spent watching like cooking shows and looking up recipes and stuff, and just even before this whole quarantine kitchen thing started, the quarantine cooking, whatever the fuck this show is called, even before this, that was still how I spent my time. Now I just spend a good bit of time figuring out what the hell dinner's gonna be. So yeah, so I should have done half. But, oh well. Again, we've committed to this. Apparently it freezes well. So, we'll do stuffed peppers again in a week or two. Because once this cools down, I'll put it in the fridge. I'll put it in a freezer bag. And pop that shit in the freezer. And let it do its thing. Now, the peppers are raw, and you don't really want that. So, put a little bit of water in your pan, not a whole lot. Just enough to like essentially cover the bottom of the pan, like maybe half a cup, depending on the size of your pan, of course. That is done. I want to get in. Let me give this spoon a quick wash. I want to get in here with something other than a whisk. I might need to thin this out a little bit. That's fine. I got plenty of milk and stuff in the fridge. But yeah, there we go. Basil broke all up. Ah, I swear to God, there's like a sweat gland at the end of my nose. What the fuck? But I don't know. We'll see. Probably gonna add a little bit more milk to it just to help thin it out a tiny bit. It kind of has the consistency of grits, like really, really, really small grits. If you don't like grits, then you know you're weird, because grits are fucking amazing. And shrimp and grits is something I'm gonna be doing too. I saw that idea the other day. I think somebody requested it. Yeah, shrimp and grits and eggs Benedict. So I've got about the next week figured out. So, and lamb burgers. I need to get some lamb, but we're going to be doing lamb burgers soon too. I like lamb. And my lamb burgers are legit. Oh shit. Is it in the dishwasher? Dishwasher? Nope. It's not in the dishwasher. I don't know if any of y'all saw this in the background, but I had these sun-dried tomatoes I was going to put in there, but it didn't fucking happen. Because I fucking forgot. And that's what happens. You forget shit sometimes. But, whatever. Oven just went off, so I'm going to carefully slide these in. If you're finding you're having issues making them stand up, you can always get like a little ball of tin foil, put it around it, set it in the pan, and help stabilize it. So, or like, you know, watch that. I can set it in there. It's real easy, y'all. Lots of little tricks and shit you can do. I love Julia Child. There was a video I saw of her a long time ago. Somebody said they were having issues keeping, well, they wanted like a certain, like a square bread. And they're like, you know, I keep having these issues, like in my lid keeps rising on my bread pan. I don't know how to keep it down. And Julia said, use a brick. Looked like she was fucking crazy. I'm like, what? She's like, use a brick. Put a brick on top of that bitch. Then she's like, she pulled out a brick she had wrapped in like aluminum foil that was straight up from her garden. She wrapped it in like plastic, then foil, and that's her baking brick. Uses it to weigh things down. And I'm like, well, I'll be goddamn, Julia. All right then. Polenta. That has no fucking flavor. So, needs a lot of fucking salt. Did I salt that at all? I don't think I did, actually. Oh, get a good splash of milk in here. Whoop, there we go. That should be good. Hey, Brad. Wish they would ding when somebody like came in or whatever. But because I'm using a small pan, I got to be careful mixing this now until it gets all like, you know, mostly mixed in. But I can kind of fuck it up a little bit. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You need to stop. Sorry, the little film around the edge was trying to go into my polenta, and I do not want that to happen because this is not cooked enough. And I don't want the crunch. So, that's fixed. Here we go. That's much better. Okay. Nice. A little more salt. Hit that with some pepper. Yeah, that's good. So nice, thick, creamy polenta. Which actually, I have done, like, polenta is like a really good low carb substitute. I've done like a sausage ragu on polenta before that turned out really well. I've done polenta, I've done the sausage ragu on top of a mushroom risotto that was fucking phenomenal. I had it in a restaurant once and I was like, fuck y'all, I'm making this at home. And I did. And it was, oh my gosh, so fucking good. I'm trying to think. That's good, that's good. We just need to let the stuff bake now for about 20-30 minutes. These are the pierogies I'm going to be using. I love Mrs. T's pierogies. So, I need to sneeze. Hey, April. Like, you're here for like the end of the video, girl. But, yeah. Highly recommend these things. They're great. They're in the freezer section. It's like $2, maybe $3 for this box. It says contains 12. Most of them contain 13. I don't know how. But, yeah, just fry them up in the pan like on the back. Follow the fucking instructions. It's real simple. So, but here we have our polenta with our basil compound butter we did the other day. Some salt, pepper, Parmesan, milk. This is going to come to, this is going to cool down, and then I'm going to put that in a freezer bag, and we'll have peppers later on. I'm going to go ahead, after about 25 more minutes or so, I'm going to shred what little bit of mozzarella I have in here, and it's going to go on top of the, what's it called? Stuffed peppers that are in the oven right now, just because I want to make sure that they're cooked all the way through, and I want the cheese to melt but not get like, you know, meh. So I didn't want to do the polenta early to show you how to do it, but yeah, just frying these in the pan with some fucking butter. Y'all don't want to watch me do that. If you do, you know, sorry, I'm gonna kill the video. So, but yes, if you want to know how to make these by yourself, like make them from scratch, they're crazy easy and crazy cheap to make. I cannot be bothered. But again, just watch my video where I do the ravioli. You can learn how to make ravioli, because that's the pasta. And watch the video where I make mashed potatoes any fucking time. And fill it like you do with ravioli. Boil till they bob. Simple as that, y'all. So, a lot of the amazing food out there is actually crazy fucking simple. But yes, thank y'all very much for watching. I hope y'all have a good night. And I'm going to sit down in a bit and try to figure out what order I'm doing everything in, or what nights and stuff I'm going to be doing things. But my job has reopened, so I will not be available at least some nights to cook. So we're kind of seeing what the hell's going on. We're all kind of playing it by ear at this point. But I worked last night, and I had like 7 tables in 4 hours. So, and there were only 2 of us on. So, yeah. Again, I think it's too damn soon. But a little bit out of my control. So, thank y'all very much. And of course, pictures and blah, blah, blah will be posted below. Blah, 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 blah.